As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. Chapter 4. Thought and Purpose. Here, Allen emphasizes the importance of having a purpose in life. He argues that individuals who lack a clear purpose are easily distracted and unfulfilled, whereas those with a strong sense of purpose can harness their thoughts and direct their energy towards achieving meaningful goals. Until thought is linked with purpose, there is no intelligent accomplishment. With the majority, the bark of thought is allowed to drift upon the ocean of life. Aimlessness is a vice, and such drifting must not continue for him who would steer clear of catastrophe and destruction. This brings a question to my mind. Am I steering my thoughts like a captain of my ship, or letting them drift aimlessly? Let's take a break today to pause, sit, and write down a clear purpose for your day or week. Even a small goal can act as your compass. They who have no central purpose in their life fall an easy prey to petty worries, fears, troubles, and self-pitying, all of which lead, just as surely as deliberately planned sins, though by a different route, to failure, unhappiness, and loss, for weakness cannot persist in a power-evolving universe. Think of moments when worries and fears overwhelmed you. Were you also feeling aimless? What could having a purpose have changed in those situations for you? Begin with one step. Stop worrying. Instead of letting worries dominate your mind, focus on one action that aligns with a meaningful goal or your goal in life. A man should conceive of a legitimate purpose in his heart and set out to accomplish it. He should make this purpose the centralizing point of his thoughts. Now, think of one purpose you've been holding in your heart. Write it down now and commit to nurturing it with focused thoughts. This does reflect a question. Ask yourself, what is one meaningful purpose I've always wanted to pursue? How can I start making it the center of my thoughts today? It may take the form of a spiritual ideal, or it may be a worldly object, according to his nature at the time being. But whichever it is, he should steadily focus his thought forces upon the object which he has set before him. He should make this purpose his supreme duty and should devote himself to its attainment, not allowing his thoughts to wander away into ephemeral fancies, longings, and imaginings. This is the royal road to self-control and true concentration of thought. Even if he fails again and again to accomplish his purpose, as he necessarily must until weakness is overcome, the strength of character gained will be the measure of his true success, and this will form a new starting point for future power and triumph. They say, failure is just part of the process. Every time you fail, you're building the resilience and strength needed for success. Think of a time you failed. Did it teach you something that made you stronger for future challenges? Those who are not prepared for the apprehension of a great purpose should fix their thoughts upon the faultless performance of their duty, no matter how insignificant their task may appear. What Allen meant is, if you're unsure of your larger purpose, focus on excelling at the small tasks before you, because every small win builds momentum for greater achievements. Think of, what small task can you commit to performing flawlessly today? How could it shape your character and focus? Only in this way can the thoughts be gathered and focused, and resolution and energy be developed, which being done, there is nothing which may not be accomplished. The weakest soul, knowing its own weakness and believing this truth, that strength can only be developed by effort and practice, will at once begin to exert itself and adding effort to effort, patience to patience, and strength to strength, will never cease to develop and will at last grow divinely strong. Listeners, weakness isn't a life sentence. Every effort you make, no matter how small, is a step toward strength. Overcoming a weakness is not easy but not impossible as well. Identify one area of weakness and create a small daily practice to strengthen it. Over time, you'll see the results. As the physically weak man can make himself strong by careful and patient training, so the man of weak thoughts can make them strong by exercising himself in right thinking. Treat your mind like a muscle. Train it daily with positive, empowering thoughts to get rid of weakness and aimlessness. Each effort builds mental strength. Think, what mental exercise can I start today to strengthen my thoughts? Perhaps gratitude, affirmations, or maybe visualization. To put away aimlessness and weakness, and to begin to think with purpose, is to enter the ranks of those strong ones who only recognize failure as one of the pathways to attainment, who make all conditions serve them, and who think strongly, attempt fearlessly, and accomplish masterfully. Purposeful thinking transforms challenges into opportunities. Start thinking like, what's one failure can I reframe as a stepping stone to my success? Write down one purposeful thought and let it guide your day. Having conceived of his purpose, a man should mentally mark out a straight pathway to its achievement, looking neither to the right nor to the left. Doubts and fears should be rigorously excluded. They are disintegrating elements which break up the straight line of effort, rendering it crooked, ineffectual, useless. Are you challenging your doubts and fears to stay focused on your purpose? Each time doubt creeps inside, remind yourself of a past success. Let that memory prove your ability to overcome it. Thoughts of doubt and fear never accomplish anything and never can. They always lead to failure. Purpose, energy, power to do, and all strong thoughts cease when doubt and fear creep in. The will to do springs from the knowledge that we can do. Doubt and fear are the great enemies of knowledge, and he who encourages them, who does not slay them, thwarts himself at every step. So true is this that the more you believe in your ability, the stronger your will becomes. So start with small wins to build that belief. Find one small, manageable goal. Achieve it. That achievement will remind you of your capability to take on bigger challenges. He who has conquered doubt and fear has conquered failure. His every thought is allied with power, and all difficulties are bravely met and wisely overcome. His purposes are seasonably planted, and they bloom and bring forth fruit which does not fall prematurely to the ground. Imagine a life where doubt and fear no longer control you. What could you achieve with such freedom? I know, it's been hard, but try to achieve such freedom. Thought allied fearlessly to purpose becomes creative force. He who knows this is ready to become something higher and stronger than a mere bundle of wavering thoughts and fluctuating sensations. He who does this has become the conscious and intelligent wielder of his mental powers. You need to ask and know, what could you create if your thoughts were fully aligned with your purpose? Today, focus your thoughts entirely on one purpose, even for just an hour. Watch how much progress you can make when distractions are removed. I hope you enjoyed this narration and found it engaging. If you liked what you heard, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more upcoming chapters and books. Until next time, happy listening and take care.